The consul we fought back there.
Uh-huh.
Oddly, he was strikingly similar to our own consul.
Both sides are gonna have consuls. Why is that odd?
More accurately, not just similar. They're the same.
They're the same? Are they really?
Our colonies regard each other as enemies. But if the consuls giving the orders are the same, it means...
It means? Come on. Just spit it out, man.
A consul's such a big deal. I thought they were everywhere, like your run-of-the-mill Nopon.
Riku refused to let remark of uni slide.
Got that right? Nopon, a rare species world cannot live without. Protect at all cost.
Leaving Nopon out of this, what's this mean? That these guys are mega suspicious?
Yes, I suspect they may be more deeply involved than we thought.
Involved how, though? With what?
With the reason why we fight. With deciding our fate.
Our fate. And the Queens? You think they're in cahoots?
What can you tell us about your queen?
I think we've only laid eyes on her once. Right?
Yeah. At the homecoming, I think. She had long silver hair.
Yup, real dignified. Proper pretty wings, too.
Wings? Like yours, Uni?
Sort of, but they were much more of a shining white.
Well, as for our queen, she was really elegant. Refined and graceful. And her ears, they were super long. Up to here.
Guess that means our queens are different folks, all right?
The consuls are kind of like the Queen's servants, right?
The castles. Their role is to convey the Queen's directives to the colonies, along with handling admin and decision-making.
So what? If we explain the deal to the Queen, you think she might actually get the picture? Yeah?
Pretty much.
I don't recommend getting your hopes up.
Oh, yeah?
The Queens sit at the very pinnacle of the hierarchy.
So you think they won't even give us the time of day, huh?
I'm saying they might be the same as the consuls, our enemy.
What?
Also, somehow that consul, he became Mobius.
Or maybe... Mobius is the consuls.
The situation's already dire enough. It'd be best to temper our expectations.
Is that so? Colony 4. Henceforth, all orders are rescinded. Eliminate Ouroboros at all cost. Make this known throughout the colonies. Ouroboros has no place in this world. Their existence must be erased without a trace.
We've endured the fierce fighting at Colony 4. And learned that the consuls and Mobius are one and the same. Truths we took for granted continue to crumble at our feet. We have spent so long, blindly walking the path set before us without question. But we are more curious now, of our future selves, of our purpose.
So, split into 3 units, our main troops go wide, and first to make contact withdraws? What are you, a coward?
What was that?
Huh?
I asked you what you said. You think I'm scared, is that it? I'll have you know my plan is textbook.
Drop it, Tyon!
Let go! Colony 13 is a complete enigma. Our data is incomplete.
It's just way too cautious, you clod. It's tedious and it's dull. Can you see that? If we don't eat now, we'll starve. We don't have the time to mess around.
What does...
Look, Tyche boy. I mean, we're Iron Lambda, yeah? The colony led by Commander Izzard. And this is some no-name backwater. We hit from the side, and we hit hard. Am I wrong? What we need is momentum. Gotta play hard to win big.
Right, I see. One team draws the sentries away, then the main force can strike en masse, where the flank will be left loosely defended. Seems optimal. Is that right, Tyon?
Huh? Yes. Correct.
All right. If that's your opinion, we'll approve it. Yes, Izzard?
Yes. If you say it'll work, I trust you. Happy, Tyon?
Yes.
Commander, strategist. It's almost time. The new consul should be arriving from the castle soon.
Of course. On my way.
My, that time already.
Nimue, why are you still using that gizmo?
Now that's not very polite, Izzard. This mechanical gizmo is much more precise than the iris clock. And unaffected by the black fog. Right, Tyon?
Huh? Right.
I can't see a thing! Sergeant! Where are you? Sergeant! What? What's going on?
There should be an exit through the southern water vein. Head straight for that.
And you, ma'am?
We'll hold the line here, keep them occupied.
Begging your pardon, that's idiocy and certain death.
Tyon!
You can't!
You all still have a future. Until the day of your homecoming, please, just live. And here.
I couldn't. I won't. Don't do this, ma'am.
Listen, I need you to live, Tyon. You must. Flee for the colony.
Tyon, get moving! Hurry!
How can I?
Tyon!
Ma'am! Ma'am! Nimue!
shouldn't have put so much stock in your irises, Kay. That is what you get.
It's just bad luck. The plan was sound. If not for the black fog.
It's all about the skin feel. You've only got eyes up front. That's why Kay lost. Sounds, the air, breathing. When you can feel all that, you don't need the iris.
And for all that, you still flunk back, tail between legs. Are you forgetting that fact?
He's awful forgetful, isn't he? So, I'm still breathing, and I had a ball with them kids, right until I had to scarf her.
Excuses a penny.
What are you implying?
Excuse me? Is this a private party, or can I interject? I was thinking I might head out alone next. Is that allowed?
You want to see with your own iris, eh?
Pretty much. Plus there's Izzard and Colony Lambda, right? It'll be an extremely amusing situation, don't you think? Yeah, we'll have fun, I'm sure.
You lot sleep all right?
Yeah, like a log. Thanks for the room. You cleaned it out just for us.
Don't sweat it. Just a token from us higher-ups. My iris clock. I couldn't quite believe it. So I went outside and hunted down a Hox as a test.
And?
Didn't get snuffle. The flame clock didn't show, and neither did any motes. Looks like it's real.
Yeah. We were baffled too, at first.
Anyway, we're all thankful to you. Flame clocks don't work so good when you're dirt. Hated having to worry about when my number might be up.
Wait, dirt? I thought Ethel's rank was silver. It was when she saved our hides, wasn't it?
Well, stuff happens. Kamaravi. Heard of him? Call him the Smouldering. The greatest warrior in all of Agnes. And the commander loves to spar with the guy.
I know him. They say his spear technique is unparalleled. That, and he's an ace for honest pilot. Wow. So Kamaravi and Ethel were rivals.
That's right. We fought against him who knows how many times now. Took our share of damage, but then so did they. At one time, one of his Feronis' knee joints blew clean out. Well, most likely it was a failure of maintenance. The commander could have ended it then and there. But no.
Telling other people's tales again? Not very endearing. Cut it out.
Commander! Apologies, Mom.
I'm joking.
Ethel?
It became a tremendous scandal. The castle stripped our colony of our silver rank, demoting us to dirt. But look. They were made the lowest of the low, and still they chose to stick by me, even though it meant having to live day to day. That is why I must prevail over him.
Huh? But you're...
Free from the yoke of the flame clock, yes, certainly. However, this is another matter.
What is it about, then?
Hunger? Pride? Desire? Joy, maybe? It's a little hard to put into words, but something along those lines. I haven't all the time in the world, and my troops understand this full well. For me, well, all of us, really. A rematch with Kamaravi is everything. And that will give purpose to the remainder of our lives.
A purpose to life?
Right, okay. On an emotional level, I could understand.
Wow, really?
I didn't say I agreed. I just see her point of view, that's all.
All right now, let's put a pin in the philosophizing. When we talked last night, you said your destination was Sword March, as I recall.
Right.
Come along. This right here is Sword March. Well, that part is common knowledge, I suppose. To get there, you have a few possible routes. Mainly the northern and the southern. And then, the direct route cutting through the ocean vortex.
You don't say. That works.
Nobody's done it before.
Such a tease.
You can try to approach it from sea or from air. But as soon as you're close to it, you'll end up being ripped to shreds. Trust me, it's not just the waves and the wind. We believe there's some other force at play there. And so, through elimination then, these two. And quite frankly, I wouldn't advise going north.
Why's that?
The road's dangerous, and it runs right past Agnes Castle territory. You'd have a hard time getting through.
Tyan, turns out you were right.
As always.
Additionally, you are Ouroboros. If you face another colony, you may find the same thing happening as did with us.
I'd feel safe betting on it.
If you go south, the battle lines are relatively fixed. If you can proceed along this route, you'll get there in about 2 months.
2 months?
But
there's more?
even if you reach the sword, this city, yes? It's hard to believe you would find it there. It seems far-fetched.
How so?
Once, we had to advance across this region ourselves. It was empty. Nothing but the sword piercing the landscape. And then, there's that word you mentioned, city. What could that possibly mean? Is it a person? Or a thing?
When Guernica talked about it, it sounded kind of like a colony?
I was pretty sure it was an object.
Will you still go there, regardless?
Yeah. That was the idea. For a chance to live on.
Then there's no more to say. Boliaris.
Mom?
Our guests will be leaving soon. Let's give them any assistance we can.
No worries.
Feel free to use the facilities here at your leisure. Get ready for what's ahead.
Mimi?
Relax. We're just doing what Ethel said. Just using the facilities at our leisure. You have to eat, else you won't grow.
It's just...
Don't let them get to you. Yeah?
Hey.
What is this?
It used to belong to my friend. He always wore it till last year.
Yes, he died, fighting against Colony Psi. You animals killed him. Shot him right here. Clean through.
You're wrong! We're actually from Colony Gam... Mimi, what?
If that's what you want, go ahead and shoot. It's not like I'm a hard target.
Now we're talking. Oh, what? You're nearly done anyway. Well then keep your lousy embers. Die today or in 3 months' time, not much difference. Just mind you don't get poisoned before your time's up.
What a jerk. So uncalled for.
Senna, it's fine. He was right. We did kill people. Maybe not his friend, but certainly others.
We had no choice. If we hadn't have, we'd be goners.
We had no choice. Yeah, that was clear until now. But not anymore. Right?
Uh-huh.
There's a chance we can make amends. Even if we're misunderstood.
On the house. Eat your fill, friend.
Huh?
We're dirt rag, remember? Life ain't easy here. But you did help. Besides, you gave us a choice. The choice not to fight. Now, we won't have to take others' lives. I've wished for this. And you made it true. Thanks for that.
Another bit thinner, I think.
Best bath ever. You taking a dip, Mimi? It's nice and warm.
I might skip today. Wasn't really a sweaty one.
What? How can you miss a hot bath opportunity? Then again, I guess when you smell so nice already, maybe it's no problem. Are you, embarrassed about other people seeing you? There's no need to be. Miss Ethel thought of everything. She even managed to give us a window when the bath would be empty.
Ah, yes. I did know that. I guess maybe I will take a dip.
Atta girl.
Okay. Don't wait for me.
All right, then. Have a good one. And good night.
Yeah. Good night, Senna.
I have to ask, before you go, why is it that you stick together?
Given what's what, we pretty much have to.
Considering how everybody attacks us on sight now.
At this point, I suppose, it just panned out this way.
You really think so? That's not really how it looks to me.
Well, one thing's for sure. We were sworn enemies once. And yet, we all share the will to live in the now. Before becoming Ouroboros, I never realized. But that common will, it was reason enough to stick together.
I see. Not everyone makes the choice to fight willingly. Lance said that you have to. Well, right now every one of us has to. There's no question it would be better if they didn't. Your journey may have started out of necessity, but now You're pushing forwards towards a common goal. And that might be all we want, and all that we wish the world could be.
What we wish it could be.
You're heading out as well?
As soon as we're done here, I'll make for the castle.
What?
You forget, I am the commander. We haven't revolted against our nation, so I have to report in.
Ethel, are you sure?
Oh, don't worry. I'll be leaving you out of it.
That's not it. The consul earlier turned Mobius. Were it to...
If you mean that monster, I'm well aware of the risk.
Then why?
Because it's my responsibility to those I command. As for the consul, we can say he died in an accident.
And you can't do it remotely?
Now that the consul and Flameclock are both lost to us, I have to make a report, and not over comms. I have to requisition more supplies, too.
And what if they fit you with a new clock?
I can worry about that then.
You're fine with it? Really?
Don't get preoccupied with us. Keep to your path. Follow it, wherever it may lead you. Life is short.
I suppose.
Hey, while we're all still here, one more word of warning. The consul was attempting to remove you from the picture. In light of that, you'll likely come up against hostility. But listen, you should keep engagement to a minimum. Kevis or Agnes. That goes for both of them.
But if we break their clocks, just like with Colony 4 here, they would... well, they would be free, wouldn't they?
You'd do well to remember not everyone thinks the same as I do. Even within this colony, many still haven't come to accept their new reality. To make things even more fraught, in other colonies, there are those who are more than willing to fight, as you'd expect.
So it's no use appealing to their sense of compassion, or hoping they'll treat us fairly. Is that it?
Yes, precisely. You will change the fate of others just by virtue of coming into contact with them. It's quite the burden. You may not want the responsibility.
A burden, perhaps.
All that said, you get embers on your coat, you have to brush them off. If push comes to shove, do not flinch. Do whatever it takes, for the greater good. I wish you all a smooth and fruitful journey. Ouroboros, huh? If only we could have been there as well.
meanies.
What was that, Senna?
It's just, I was up all night thinking. Those guys are so selfish.
Selfish how?
You know what I mean. Every time we interlink, they're the ones taking the lead. And me, all I do is watch.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Tell me you don't think so too.
Maybe not selfish, but like, hey, why didn't you move that way? And stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, right?
So you'd prefer to take the reins?
I just want to do more. Like, pull my weight. You know?
That's so you, Senna. I think it's probably fine, though. They're just being protective, I think.
Like what Noah said? Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure we'll get our turn.
You sure?
Yeah. Positive.
Probably shouldn't be climbing up this one, huh?
But this is the route Ethel told us to take. No question.
Well, I guess that means we'll just have to keep going then.
Hey, Valdi, where are you?
Huh? Outside the colony?
Well, yeah, I know that. It's bad. The consul's searching for you.
Gotcha. Just make up something.
Sorry, make up?
Let's look for a place we can climb from. I'll take a look round here.
Okay, I'll check out over here.
Oh, crap.
Guys, get back!
Ouroboros! Fight me!
That was close call. Almost flattened like buttery pancake.
Ah, sorry.
Apology grudgingly accepted.
Hey, are you Ouroboros too?
Factually untrue. Manana is just Manana.
Ah, that's a relief. I really didn't want to have to fight a Nopon. Oh, Valdi, by the way, if I may.
Is this...
What are you guys doing?
Woohoo! That was awesome!
We're the ones you got beef with. Come on, bring it!
You can't beat me. Here I come!
You're on Firelands!
Whoa! The joints are all burned out. And the state of this armor. Hey, show me that again.
Show you what?
Those moves you pulled. I've never seen anyone smash up a Levinus like that. I need to figure out how you guys managed to do it.
Nothing to observe. Frame was structurally poor. Evident that driving wheel could not withstand torque.
The driving wheel, you say? I wonder if it's because it was upgraded from lightweight to a more heavy assault style. Did I mess up the handling? But the armor had to withstand a charge. I had to fudge the weight to keep a good turning circle. Yes, you're absolutely right. I can't believe you could tell with just one look. Hey, would you teach me everything you know?
Noah?
Who exactly are you?
Oh, I'm Valdi, Levinus builder from Colony 30. I heard that anyone who defeats you gets a whole buttload of supplies from the castle as a reward. But, yeah, you won, so it's all good.
Oh, yeah, everything's just hunky-dory. What the stuff are you playing at?
Not playing anything.
You're really a mechanic? From Colony 30? Who's the commander for that one again?
Oh, yeah. That would be me.
Pull the other one!
Wow. Don't look so surprised.
I did hear that Colony 30's commander was the greatest mechanic in Keves.
Not sure I would say greatest, but I am bonkers about Levinus's.
Valdi!
Hey, Zed. What's up?
Surely that's my line. The Levinus signal just cut out. What happened?
Oh, it just got a bit bashed about. Everything's fine. I'll be back home soon.
You're going back alone?
Huh?
I was just wondering how you expect to manage that.
Oh. Oh, it's fine. The colony's not that far away. I'll just cannibalize these bits and pieces into a new Levinus. Quick as you like.
That'd take so much salvaging.
Oh. Maybe I can't do it alone.
How did I know it would come to this?
Guess we'll do your grunt work. All right, hit us. What's the shopping list?
You'd really help me.
Well, we're not going to leave you alone to fend for yourself.
Thank you so much.
Landsman. I mean, Lands.
Then Lance I shall call you. Let's get cracking. I'll send the likeliest sites for debris to your iris. Thanks, guys. Looks like all the parts are accounted for. This is enough to build Levinus.
What wrong, Valdi? Spirits seem middling to low.
I thought that with a Levinus, I'd be able to protect my friends, that no one would have to get hurt. But just building them and fixing them up isn't going to make life rosy again. My pals just do as they're ordered. They go out, they fight, and they hurt people. And I'm the one responsible. If you're gonna blame someone for causing all those casualties, blame me.
Valdi is doing perfectly normal job of mechanic. Issue of orders not your fault.
But...
This doesn't sit right with you, does it? So make something new. Why do you always have to make stuff for fighting? Why not try a different tack?
A different tack? Like a Levinus, but not equipped for combat?
Obviously, I don't know the nitty-gritty, but I'm sure it's not totally off the table, right? This ain't the time to give up, right?
Yeah! Lance, you couldn't be more right. I shouldn't be led by the whims of others when I make my sweet little mecha. Thanks, Lance, and all of you. I'll be back in a jiffy. It's done.
Wow. That fast, huh?
It's looking a little on the small side, no? Is that how you wanted it?
Yeah. He wouldn't last long in a real battle, but he can follow simple commands. Right now, his only directive is to take care of me. but that's just fine. He's a good guy.
Right then. Guess our job here's done. So,
Yeah, don't worry. I can get back home just fine on my own.
Oh, damn and blast. And I came all this way.
A console!
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Ouroboros. Ah, fear not. I have no interest in stirring the pot. I was simply curious as to why our dear Valdi hadn't returned. You promised us you would build the ultimate Levnis, did you not? How much longer do you expect us to wait? Ah, you active dogs! How I shall delight in crushing you beneath my boot.
About that. Actually, I've decided to...
How many times must I say it? Games are for winning. That's what matters. Consider, if we were to lose the initiative, we would be the ones trampled beneath their boots.
Yes, but...
Valdi, my boy. Who was it that said he'd be fine, so long as he could tinker away with Levnis's? Because I clearly remember those words. If you've got time to be flapping those lips, you've got time to be working those hands. Should you fail in your duty, I won't be held accountable for what happens to your friends in the colony.
Snuff you, arsehole! The more that comes out of your gob, the more I want to smack.
Understood. I'm heading back.
Valdi!
Don't worry. I've made up my mind.
Ultimate Levnis, he said. I'm a little worried now.
It's unlikely to bode well for us. Ideally, we'd want to prevent it being deployed in battle.
Oh yeah, there's that too. But I was more worried about how Valdi feels.
He said he'd made up his mind. Doesn't sound like he's going to be finishing his ultimate anything to me.
He wants to destroy it.
Huh?
It's going off on its own.
It's following Valdi, adhering to directive of protect.
Noah.
Yeah, we're following it.
You've wasted time. I'm afraid you'll have to pick up the pace. Because if you can't, well, you know the stakes. The game will soon resume. We have precious little time.
If I do as I'm told, you'll end up hurting so many people. Don't worry. I refuse to put you through that. The next time we meet, I'll make you into the best Levnis there ever was.
So that's the game we're playing, is it now? You little upstart! This is a case of falling in with the wrong crowd, isn't it? I'm very disappointed. It's about halfway to the projected schedule, but this will have to do.
What are you gonna do?
I will have it achieve its intended purpose. But
First of all, I believe you need a little discipline.
Wait a sec.
Excuse me? What is this junk? Move aside!
Stop it! Just stop! You've done enough! I never wanted this! You weren't supposed to protect me like this!
Worthless trick.
Lance! But how?
Thank your little pal here.
Your buddy led us all the way to you.
Glorified tin opener! You dare attack me!
Don't do it! Please stop! Oh.
Any tool that defies the orders of its master is trash! Destined for the scrapyard.
It's not trash! Levnesses have always protected the things I care about. I'm so small and pathetic, but they taught me that I'm worth something. That's why I chose to be a mechanic. Not this. Not for something as sad as this.
Why should you care about a hunk of metal? If you oppose me, I'll do away with you. Full stop.
Quit your yapping and let's get scrapping!
I'll be lenient this time. Just obey me like you should.
I hate this! We more than tools for fighting! Ha! No escape! You hit! Ha!
I'll show you. How about this?
Come on now! I'll end it here! Just one!
Move, damn you! Useless piece of junk! Forget it. A console needs no crutch to lean on. Ah!
I'm sorry. I couldn't do anything.
I wouldn't say that. At the very least, this little guy got to live the way you wanted him to.
Well, I sure hope so. Thanks for rescuing me. Next time I'll be sure to give you a tougher body, Mecha friend.
Mecha friend?
Gotta have a name, right? This little guy isn't meant for battle. He's a fellow companion and a friend. So yeah, thanks guys. I'm not gonna focus my efforts just on repairing Levinuses anymore. I'll be working hard to figure out the best way to protect us all, in the truest sense. Oh, but I guess that'd mean doing something about all our flame clocks, huh?
About that. We could always smash Colony 30's flame clock. It'd mean that everyone in the colony wouldn't have to fight anymore. The Levnesses too.
You can do that?
We can. I can't guarantee that things will go smoothly for you after, though.
I wouldn't say things are going particularly great as they stand anyway. If I can make a difference for people, and not just Levnesses, let's do it. Let's make this happen.
Here we go!
It really broke.
Hey, you okay there?
Wait, don't move a muscle. There might be some valuable materials lying around.
Nothing worth bothering about, believe me.
How are you feeling? It's got a sting, right? It was a big deal for you.
Lance, you seem more stung than me.
Come on, man. No.
I'm fine. I mean, sure, it's a big change of perspective. But like I said before, I'd already made up my mind.
True that.
Hey, could I help you guys with your mission, in return? It'd be the least I could do.
Valdi realized what Valdi's saying.
I've never been more sure.
For sure!
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Looking forward to it.
Me too. Count me in.